Every person you pass today is the main character of a story you will never read. And most of us know this, in the way we know facts we do not act on. People tend to forget that people are people. True compassion has become a rare thing. So here is the question worth asking honestly. Do we deserve it? The answer is yes and no. And understanding both answers is where compassion actually begins. The yes comes first, and it is the harder one. Immanuel Kant argued in the groundwork that every person is an end in themselves, never merely a means to someone else's purposes. Dignity is not earned. It is not a reward for being useful, or likable, or impressive. It is the baseline of being human. So yes, we deserve to be treated as people, always, no matter what we have done or failed to do. Nobody is a background character by nature. The no is just as true. Nobody owes you kindness. Compassion is not a debt that other people owe you, and it is not a task assigned to everyone. This is where the yes and the no meet. You never have to earn the right to be treated like a person, but no one is required to love you, and demanding kindness as a right poisons the thing itself. Kindness that is owed is not kindness. So what is compassion, if it is neither owed nor earned? Arthur Schopenhauer built an entire ethics on one answer. And on the basis of morality, he wrote that compassion is the recognition that the separation between us is an illusion. He called it piercing the veil of Maya, the ancient Indian idea that we experience ourselves as separate individuals, but underneath we are one thing. And this is the thought at the heart of it. If I had your body and your experiences, I would be you. The difference between us is upbringing, environment, appearance. Swap the conditions, and the person swaps with them. That is not poetry. It is the deepest argument for compassion ever written. Then why is compassion rare? Because of the side characters. Some people are so fixated on their own individuality that everyone else becomes a prop in their personal story. And we were trained for this before we could speak. Think about the shows we watched as children. Every cartoon had a main character and a supporting cast. The hero got the story, the emotions, the close-ups. The side characters got one personality trait and a laugh track. And we absorbed a lesson we never noticed, that some people are subjects and the rest are scenery. The lesson is false, but it is powerful. George Gerbner's cultivation research found that heavy consumers of television come to believe the world matches the stories they watch. The stories we watch taught us that most people are extras. Real life has no extras. The woman at the counter, the man on the train, the classmate you never speak to, each one has a full interior life, a childhood, a private grief, a story with themselves at the center. The camera just never turned. Martin Buber gave this problem its clearest name, an I, and now he distinguished two ways of meeting another being. The I-thou relation, where you meet a whole person in mutual presence, and the I-it relation, where you experience someone as an object, a tool, a piece of the background. Every time we treat someone as a side character, we are choosing I-it. We are turning a person into a thing. And the tragedy is that it costs nothing to choose otherwise. So do we deserve compassion? Yes, because dignity is not earned. And no, because it is not owed. Compassion sits in the space between those two truths. It is not a duty assigned to everyone, and it is not a debt anyone owes you. It is simply what being human makes possible. The writer Maclaren said it best. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. The battle is not a metaphor. It is the whole story you never get to see. The side character you pass today is the main character of their own life, and so are you, and so am I. We are the same person wearing different conditions. That is the fact we forget. And remembering it is not a great act of virtue. It is just finally treating people like people.